Kayo po sa New York, kamusta? Parang paano na yung conditions ngayon? Kamusta na rin kayo ng inyong husband?
Ayun, hindi pa naman kami nagpapatayan.
Hello, Tapsters! This is our show where we put the spotlight on your favorite stars, their projects, and life moments. This is PEP Spotlight. I'm GP, your host, at kasama natin ngayon ako from New York pa. Grabe, di ba? We have Miss Rachel Alejandro for the first time.
Hi! Yes, it's my first time here on Spotlight. Hello, Jimpy. Kumusta naman
Hello.
kayong lahat dyan sa Philippines? Coming to you live from New York.
Oo, kaya nga po, grabe. Ang ano, kung alam lang ng Pepsters natin ngayon ang time difference, so sa inyo lalo, maraming salamat sa inyong
Oo.
pag-amin.
Hello, Pepsters. Ay, nako. It's good to be here with all of you today. Sana okay naman kayo, staying safe.
Yes. And sa mga Pepsters natin, kahit hindi tayo live talaga ngayon, pwede pa rin kayong mag-share ng inyong comments and ng thoughts about Miss Rachel para kapag mabasa natin. Pag napanood na natin ito, di ba? Siyempre, mapapanood ni Miss Rachel para mabasa niya
Yes.
yung comments.
I would so love to see your comments. I'd love to hear from all of you.
Yan. At simulan na po natin ang ating chikahan kasi congratulations dahil kayo po ay nagbabalik sa pagkanta, pag-record after. Ano po ba? A decade talaga?
For a solo single, yes, talagang a decade. Yung huling solo album ko kasi was tama. Over 10 years ago na. Pero nung a few years ago, 2017, nag-release ako ng soundtrack for the movie Ang Larawan. And meron kaming mga pop doon, parang mga pop duets na ginawa na bonus tracks on that soundtrack. So one of them was something that I did a music video for, and that was a duet with Ebe Dancel, and the other one was a duet with Joanna Ampil. So yung mga singles na lumabas from that soundtrack. Pero yes, as a solo single, itong Takipsilim ang very first release ko after a very very long time. So talagang na-inspire ako ngayong pandemic dahil nga 'di ba karamihan sa ating mga performers are not really doing any live performances for a live audience right now. So balik recording kami.
Yun. Yan po baka pwede tayong magkwento tungkol sa Takipsilim kasi parang I heard ang ganda ng naging story and origin din ng inyo kung paano napunta din ang Takipsilim as your first single after a decade.
Yes. So ang feeling ko nga parang the song Takipsilim found me and not the other way around. Although nung December, nung umuwi ako sa Manila, kasi ang before the pandemic, talagang nakagawian ko na talagang balik-balik ako kasi my husband lives here in New York, no? Pero ako, syempre, bumabalik pa din talaga ako sa Philippines, and actually, parang half and half talaga. Nandun ako kasi nga maraming work, di ba? Laging may mga concerts, events. Pero mula nung nag-umpisa yung pandemic, na-stuck ako dito ng halos 10 months, no? Nandito lang ako dahil nga hindi at first parang hindi natin sure safe pa lumipad and all that. So nung dumating ako sa Philippines, 'di ba? I was feeling very low, and at the same time I was so happy to see my cousin si Nino Alejandro, and we had dinner. Tapos yun wala lang, it came out in our conversation during dinner na oo nga matagal pa tayong hindi makakapag-concert, pero pwede naman tayong mag-create ng new music, 'di ba? So we thought about pero sabi ko, saan naman tayo maghahanap agad-agad, sabi ko, ng bagong kanta na babagay sa akin. Tapos naisip ko, magpa-contest kaya tayo. So, kasi si Nino, di ba, he's one of the pioneers on Kumu. Isa yan sa mga unang-unang mga nagsistream sa Kumu. So, ang daming nanonood sa kanya. So, sabi namin, mag-announce tayo sa mga social media accounts natin and as well as on Kumu for amateur and professional composers to submit a song for me. Tapos yun, nakakagulat naman. Ang ganda ng response. Tapos siguro within the next few days, eto na, natanggap na namin itong song na Takipsilim from
Mhm.
a 19-year-old composer named Rain Santana. So, alam mo yun, yung parang, ang feeling ko lang minsan, di ba, may mga things tayong ginagawa na ma-effort, alam mo yun. Pero ito, parang it just landed very easily on our laps. And there was this beautiful song. And talagang nung narinig ko yung lyrics, naisip ko na double meaning siya. Kumbaga, it can be about somebody brokenhearted who is looking to the colors of the twilight, kasi yan ang ibig sabihin ng takipsilim, di ba, sa English. Looking at the colors of the twilight to look for answers on how to get the person that they love back, 'di ba? So parang it's a song of despair but also a song of hope, 'di ba? But it can also apply para sa ating mga all of us right now that are struggling coping with what's going on in the world right now. Pero kasi dahil nga takip silim siya, meron pang konting liwanag na natitira in the sky, which I think represents hope, no? There is still a little bit of of light left in the sky, and I think that's what we have to hold on to. The hope that one day matatapos din ito, 'di ba? So, for us performers, malaking bagay 'yan kasi once na nawalan tayo ng pag-asa, yun na talaga mahirap na talagang maibalik, 'di ba? But I think all of us are still hanging on to that hope right now.
Mhm. At saka yun nga yung isa sa mga maganda nung pinakinggan ko, no, parang takip silim, di ba? Pero yung umpisa pa lang, parang very hopeful na yung feeling kapag pinakinggan nga yung
That's right. The music kasi, even if the lyrics are sad, the music is uplifting, and it was my cousin Alejandro that created the music, the arrangement for that. And of course, this is released under his label, Rebel Records Philippines, and distributed by Warner Music Philippines.
Mhm, ayun po. And ang galing naman in a short span of time na nandito din kayo sa Pilipinas, nakapag-shoot, bukod sa nakapag-record kayo ng kanta, nakapag-shoot na din kayo ng isang magandang music video, di ba?
Yeah, so for those who have seen the music video already, makikita nyo nga na dyan, may Crayola part. Kasi yun yung part na sinabi nga ng director. Si Chuck Ronquillo and Aris Magallanes ang nag-direct nung music video while I was there in Manila. And yun nga, sabi niya, this is the part na, kumbaga, you feel, damhin mo na talaga yung song. Kasi nung umpisa parang puro mga beauty shots, alam mo na, mga paganda. Tapos sa bandang dulo, sabi niya, ito, this is the part that, you think about the song, and if you feel it, and if the tears come, then great. Sabi niya, okay, fine. Alam mo, talagang within minutes, siguro talagang tumutulo talaga, because I was thinking of all of us. I was thinking of all the things that we've gone through, and specifically, the plight of many of our performers, like my father, my dad, who's such an inspiration to me, who, by the way, and I would like to announce this already, on March 26, last March 26, my dad released a brand new single called Dati. Ayan. It's also under Rebel Records Philippines and Warner Music. So like I said, yun nga, nagbabalik ang mga matagal ng mga hindi nagre-release ng original music, like my dad, kasi nga, we're actually quite inspired these days. Sometimes kasi, 'di ba, when you're forced to stop a lot of the things that you usually do, kasi 'di ba hindi tayo masyadong naglalalabas these days, 'di ba? You become more creative, and and the song Dati is written by Mojo Fly's lead singer and my beautiful sister-in-law, Luigi Basabas Alejandro. And the arrangement is by my brother, Ali Alejandro, who's also a fantastic visual artist and a drummer of Mojo Fly.
Yes. Grabe, no? Iba din yung parang support system niya sa family. Kasi parang ang galing kasi under nung ni Nino Alejandro, yung mga songs ninyo, di ba? Tapos ngayon, isa-isa din kayo na naglalabas ulit ng single. Parang grabe yung sa family din, bukod sa lumalabas
Yes.
ng
That's right. And yun na nga, kasi ngayon, di ba, unlike the time nung panahon ko talaga, nung kapanahunan ko, 'di ba? Noon talaga kailangan kumbaga yung record label ang magsa-sign sa'yo and sila yung
Yeah.
magpo-produce ng album mo. They usually assign like a producer, 'di ba, to do an entire album for you. Ngayon kasi artists nga really come out with their own music independently na. So anybody can really have a hit, 'di ba? And that's beautiful because of the fact na kumbaga it's wide open for anybody who wants to put music out there and express themselves. Everyone has, well, almost, I guess, almost equal opportunity to be heard. Kasi, di ba, you put your music on YouTube, you put it on Spotify, and you have, the whole world as your audience. And kung maganda talaga yung kanta, papatugtugin, di ba? Kumbaga, noon kasi, di ba, talagang iba pa yung style. Kailangan tatawag ka pa sa radyo. Di ba? Ngayon
Yes.
talagang within a few people will hear your music. So that's great. I think that's wonderful for artists right now.
Pero ito po ang curious din ako na Miss Rachel, parang bakit medyo natagalan ang pagre-record ng ng solo single uli sa'yo?
So ang sagot diyan is busy. Busy-busyhan. So syempre kasi we performs, it's a living. It's what for most of us, 'di ba? Whether may pamilya ka or wala, as a singer, 'di ba? That what you do is mostly you do concerts, you do shows. In my case, in the last few years, I also got involved in movie production. We produced Ang Larawan in 2017, although it took us 5 years actually in total to come up with that film. So, kumbaga, syempre, busy ka in doing other things. Medyo na isang tabi muna ang recording ng original music for me. And of course, yung dami kong mga tour, balik-balik dito sa Amerika. Ang dami kong mga naging concert tour with my good friend Geneva Cruz. Itong pinakahuli naming tour, yung Generation X, gosh, ang dami naming napuntahan iba-ibang cities around the world. And I also tour with my cousin Nino Alejandro. Yung huli namin, yung Music Royalties Tour. We did cities in Canada, cities around the US. So, kumbaga, busy talaga sa pagbabiyahe, ganyan. So, but now, di ba, dahil nga medyo hinto muna yung biyahe and all that, recording is the best place to be for many of us singers right now.
Yung pala, pero at least, parang pa rin talaga, involved pa rin talaga yung performing arts talaga dun sa part.
Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot to mention, yun nga palang movie ko which came out a couple of years ago, yung Quezon's Game.
Yes!
Yes. So ang magandang balita about that is while na-cancel yung mga theatrical releases worldwide kasi that was all planned na eh. In fact, I recorded the theme song of that film. It's called Hindi Namin Malilimutan, and in English, it's called Hands Across the Water. I recorded actually three versions. I also recorded a Spanish version kasi nga worldwide ang release dapat.
Yeah.
Na-cancel lahat yon because it was slated supposedly for February onwards of last year, no? But it's now streaming on online streaming platforms. So it's now available on iWant. It's also available on Amazon Prime, on Apple TV. Ayan, nakita ko lang yung announcement on Cox Infinity. So kahit nasa bahay na lang kayo, you can stream Quezon's Game. That was just released this year. So, yan. So, lumabas actually, kaka-release nga lang nung video of me recording Hindi Namin Malilimutan. Yun.
Yes. Ang swerte pala namin kasi parang kasama po ako dun sa mga unang naka-watch nung una siyang Di ba parang nagkaroon pa ng pre-launch yan nung parang may kinalaman din kay Quezon na parang event siya tas parang pinakita doon. Ang ganda ng movie.
Thank you so much.
I-revisit talaga nga ang history
Oo. Kasi parang ang dami nga nagsasabi bakit nga daw hindi yan nakasama sa mga tinuturo sa school, 'di ba? When we were growing up. I never heard of that story when I was in high school. And a lot of people that watched the film said na, wow, this is I guess a forgotten piece of history. And yun nga, a lot of them came out of the film really in tears kasi nga they felt so proud na ang Pinoy, 'di ba, kapag the truth is that we Filipinos are a warm and welcoming and kind people. And we
Mhm.
should never forget that. And kaya nga ang title nung kantang ni-record ko was Hindi Namin Malilimutan. Kasi it's not just the story of Manuel Quezon, because he just led the people. Kasi without
Yeah.
the people rallying, as in they went to the streets and rallied at that time for America to open the borders of the Philippines to more than 1,000 Jewish refugees. Kasi at that time, hindi natin desisyon eh. We were still under American, we were at that time a Commonwealth of the United States.
Mhm. And yun
Mm-mm.
nga, ang ganda na kumbaga bagong kaalaman din 'to talaga sa mga dapat ito
Sa
yung mga
mga kabataan lalo na. Kasi ganito, kumbaga, capable tayo dyan.
Yes,
Di ba?
correct. Diyos ko,
Mm-mm.
at saka ang bongga din ng I mean, yun yung history part na napakaganda ng kwento. Pero kung sa production part, ang mga costumes nyo, ang bobongga.
Ay,
Pati na
thank
acting
you.
Sir Raymond, my gosh, gusto ko yung part na yung parang, hindi ko na sobrang matandaan yung eksena, pero parang naglalaro ba kayo ng game noon? Tapos may couples, di ba yung marami kayo?
Right. Oo. Kasi ang kaya siya tinawag na Quezon's Game talaga is that apparently yung lahat nung wheeling and dealing na nangyari about getting the Jews out
Yeah.
of danger, 'di ba, and getting them on boats to come to the Philippines was over poker games.
Yeah, poker.
Oo, poker games
Mhm.
between Manuel Quezon and Dwight Eisenhower, who was stationed in the Philippines, who, of course, years later became the president of the U.S. So, and of course, the Frieder brothers, yun yung mga kapoker nila, and sila yung nag-raise ng pera para madala nga yung mga Jewish refugees. And of course, Quezon himself gave a very big plot of land that he owned in Marikina. So silang
Mhm.
mag-asawa with the character that I play, Aurora Quezon, they gave this land in Marikina for the to settle while they're here. Kasi san nga naman sila titira, di ba?
Mhm.
So, yon, grabe talaga yung heroism and of course the selflessness and bravery, because it
Yeah.
was not a popular decision at that time.
Mhm.
There was a lot at stake, kumbaga.
Grabe po, no? Ang mga films din na nalinya sa inyo. I mean, over the years yun ang mga pinagkaabalahan nyo bukod sa mga tours, di ba? Pero kung bibigyan nyo talaga ng panahon yung mga pelikula, yung mga, talaga, yung mga gano'n ng style, mga level, na parang niche market yung
Oo,
inyong mga movies.
nalinya sa mga historical,
Period,
nalinya
mga
sa mga period.
kasi ang
Nagkataon
larawan
lang.
naman,
Oo.
ang
I
ganda.
have two I have two other films actually that should have been coming out this year. One actually kompleto na yung na-shoot ko na siya ng buo. It's called Songs for Selena, and it's an indie by the same makers as Quezon's Game. It
Mhm.
should have been shown already, kaya lang merong isang eksena na hindi pa nakukunan kasi parang big concert yung eksenang yon. So
Ah,
hindi pa na-shoot yon. So one more scene na lang. And then yung isa naman is a movie with Morissette Amon called Song of the Fireflies, and that's by the production company Culture that also produced Ang
oh, yeah.
Larawan. So yung movie na yan, may kantahan din, ano? It's about naman the kids in Bohol, a choir of that originated in Lobok, the Lobok Children's Choir. So as you can imagine, medyo hindi pa talaga ganun hindi pa pwedeng mag-shoot of course marami kasing crowd scenes, and ang bida namin aside from Morissette are kids. So yun,
Mhm.
that's why it's on hold pa rin also. But you can never can tell, malay nyo naman, baka this year, it will be back on track.
Sana po, kasi sayang.
Excited na nga. Lagi kong nakikita sa memories ko yung, 'di ba? Sa Facebook lumalabas yung mga memories ng shoot namin. We have a music video for it. Actually, kung hahanapin niyo siya sa YouTube, just type in Song of the Fireflies trailer. Yon, makikita niyo doon yung music video na shoot namin ni Morissette. Kumbaga parang teaser na rin siya for the film.
Mhm. Yung songs for Selena po, tungkol naman saan? Konting, teaser.
Ayun, yun naman, ano din siya, parang musical din siya in a way. Not musical in the sense of ang larawan na nag-uusap kayo at
Kanta.
kanta yung usapan, hindi. So, this one, JR, the singer, wrote beautiful songs for his wife, Mika Javier. She is the lead of that movie, and that naman is a story of a recording artist. Actually, two recording artists, songwriters, singers, and I play a music producer. Ano ko dyan? Kontrabida.
Ay, ayan.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
ayun. Ang ganda ng kwento. Ang gaganda ng mga kanta. I think it has big potential to be a soundtrack that will really stand on its own.
Mhm. Ang galing po, grabe, talagang, kasi kahit naman noon, di ba, you were acting na rin. So talagang napag-juggle nyo ang acting and singing career.
Pero di ba, for quite a long time, mainly, yung pagbabalik sa pelikula it just really started in 2017. And prior to that, actually, mga 20 years din akong hindi gumawa ng pelikula. It was that long. But yeah, tuloy, most of the acting that I was doing was on stage, was in theater,
Yeah.
diba?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something na yun talaga miss ko na rin gawin. And I'm so looking forward to the time that we can get back to that. Dito sa New York, ang balita is that may bali-balita na baka by the fall or by around September, baka magbukas na daw ulit ang Broadway. So, that's really fingers crossed na yan matuloy talaga yan. And the signs point to it naman na mukhang maganda naman ang takbo.
Yes, actually yun nga po ang aking next question. Parang pwede po ba rin kami makaano? Kasi syempre ang alam naming experience talaga ng lockdown ay yun nandito lang kasi bilang kami ay nandito sa Pilipinas. Pero kayo po sa New York, kamusta? Parang paano na yung conditions ngayon? Kamusta na rin kayo ng inyong husband?
Ayun, hindi pa naman kami nagpapatayan. Kasi diba, imagine, 10 months talaga last year, diba? Kami lang talaga yung nagtitigan. Hindi naman. Actually, my family, may pamilya kasi ako dito. I have sisters here in New York. And then my mom, at saka yung isa kong kapatid pa, they live in Maryland. So once a month, bumibisita ako doon. Nag-train kami to Maryland, to their place. Para makita ko naman yung yung mga pamangkin. Dahil ang cute, grabe. Sila na talaga yung, kumbaga, naging kinaaliwan ko talaga during this time. Kasi nga, if not actually for the fact that I was here for such a long time, I probably wouldn't have spent as much time with them. So, those are the silver linings na, di ba, na usually kung sobrang busy ka, hindi mo magagawa, di ba? Mm-hmm. So those are the things that I really appreciated. My husband and I, he's very happy kasi with his job here. He found his dream job. Actually, weirdly enough, he found his dream job during the pandemic. So iba-ibang storya natin, di ba? Kanya-kanyang and I'm just so happy for him. So it's not easy for us to be back and forth, pero this is, I guess, kasi mula nung nung 10 years na kami ngayon actually this is our 10th year anniversary ngayon. On April 9 is our 10th year anniversary.
Happy 10 years.
Thank you. So yun, we, in the beginning he lived in Bangkok. So, when we first got married sa Bangkok siya. So sanay na kami, alam mo yun, yung parang it's always talagang back and forth. It's not the easiest thing, and obviously magastos talaga to be flying back and forth so much. But that's the situation. Ang trabaho pa rin natin talaga, if not for the concerts here in the US, yung mga tour, if not for those, talagang nasa Manila naman talaga ako. So, I'm looking forward to what's in store in 2021. Pero alam ko nga, nabalitaan ko nga na medyo naghigpit na naman medyo parang enhanced na naman yung quarantine natin dyan.
Correct.
Pero hopefully by, I think after the Holy Week naman ngayon, it's baka medyo gumanda-ganda na rin
Yun nga
ulit.
po, yun din ang aming wish talaga.
Oo,
And
sana.
makauwi rin, kasi buti, no, nakauwi kayo last, and you were able
Oo.
to record the song.
And shoot the video, and I've spent time with my family talaga. I miss them so much. Imagine 10 months was the longest na hindi ko sila nakita. That has never happened before. Kaya nga, even now, even if I've been a green card holder dito sa US, actually, never pa ako naging citizen because of the fact nga na never naman ako nagtagal talaga dito. I'm here, half. Nandito na isang buwan, nandun na naman ang 2 buwan, nandito na naman yung ganon. So, hindi ako nakakapag-citizen nga dito. So it's a choice that we made. But as they say, you just roll with it, 'di ba? Kasi you can only plan so much, 'di ba? Ang dami. This year nga, I'm sure, 'di ba, ang dami nating plano. Last year, ang dami nating plano na wala namang nangyari. Talagang kailangan lang go ka lang ng go.
At the same time, may mga unplanned things na magaganda na like your song, diba?
Totoo. That's so true. And of course, ito talagang streaming ang naging buhay ng karamihan ng mga artists. Like I said kanina, my cousin Nino Alejandro has that stream on Kumu, and that has really been a lifesaver for him and many artists. Ang theater community yata ng Pilipinas ay nasa Kumu na ngayon. Karamihan talaga doon. Kasi hindi mo mapipigilan di ba? An artist has to express himself or herself, and that's you have to you feel the need to sing and to dance and to to put yourself out there and to even just to talk to people. I feel fortunate na meron, you're fortunate kung during the lockdown, kasama mo yung asawa mo, kasama yung pamilya mo, pero ang dami ko ring alam ng mga kaibigan na they've been quarantining on their own, mahirap yon.
Correct. Pero grabe po ang support din ng inyong husband talaga sa artist niyo. I mean, over the years, dun sa 10 years na magkasama kayo, and I'm sure kasama pati yung kayo ay mag-boyfriend, girlfriend. Grabe kasi yun,
mabilis lang actually kami naging mag-boyfriend, girlfriend kasi mabilis din kami nagpakasal. It wasn't a very long period of time. Kasi nga, I think that's what happens pag long distance Mapipilitan ka to decide. Alam mo yun? Pag long distance kasi, kailangan mag-decide ka na agad kung ano ba to, totoo ba ito o hindi. Kasi di ba, ganun talaga. Minsan napapabilis.
Pagka nag-shoot kayo ng pelikula, kasama niyo siyang umuwi ng Philippines?
No, hindi. He hasn't been back in a while. He only came back for a wedding of a good friend, of good friends of ours. Pero no. In fact, when I did nga yung musical in Resorts World, medyo nagtampo pa nga ako sa kanya. Kasi yung All Out of Love na musical. Kasi yun, pag may ganun, yun na talagang, syempre, I would have loved to have him see me perform. Pero, kasi kakasalta pa lang niya at that time dito, and he was still looking for a job. So, syempre, ang tagal na actually bago siya nakahanap ng trabaho din dito. Pero, he's always wanted to live here. Actually, he grew up partly here in New York when he was a kid. Kaya, although he's Spanish, yung parents kasi niya lived here for a while before, during his grade school days.
Yes. Pero at least, diba, kahit grabe din yung, kasi challenge din ang LDR, diba? As in talagang matinding challenge siya dun. And not everyone makes it in the end. Pero kayo, 10 years. Ang galing.
Correct. Exactly. So, ang mga long distance relationships kailangan talaga matibay. Kasi, kung hindi matindi yung foundation, talagang mahihirapan, It will end up either, ganito lang yun it's either kung mag-boyfriend, girlfriend kayo, it's either you'll end up getting married right away or after a while, maghihiwalay.
And at least yung magandang part yung sa inyo.
Yung napunta sa amin, yung nangyari sa amin. Yeah.
Naku po, so kamusta pala ang sexy chef? Siyempre break ngayon.
Oh, ay no. You know what? Nung last year, 1 month lang kami nagsara because yun nga, that in the beginning nung March last year. Actually, 1 year na pala yun. My gosh, 1 year anniversary na mula nung napilitan kaming mag-close down. Natakot kasi yung mga workers namin. No? We're a very small company lang of about 30 plus people. But karamihan sa kanila ayaw pumasok kasi natakot nga. Siyempre, we told them naman na parang we're an essential service kasi food tayo, delivery pa. So, kasi ang Sexy Chef, wala namang kaming pwesto eh. Wala namang kaming restaurant. Okay. So, puro lang siya deliveries. And of course, healthy meals. So, it was even more important for people to eat healthy during these times, di ba? Okay. So, sabi ko, essential service tayo. Pero still, syempre, hindi mo naman mapipilit yung mga empleyado kung talagang natakot sila. Pero eventually, we figured it out na, yun nga, we provided a shuttle for them. Nag-provide kami ng sasakyan. So, sinusundo sila. To go to work. Kasi also, di ba, in the beginning, parang nawalan ng public transportation completely nung umpisa. So, wala talaga silang way na para sumakay. So, yun. We figured it out. So, yeah, since then, bukas naman kami, we up to now. This is our 18th year, believe it or not. 18th year. And we've published 3 cookbooks. And we keep evolving with the times. Ang pinakabago naming product that we're actually promoting right now are meals and desserts, meal and dessert packages for virtual meetings and celebrations. Oh, yeah. So, di ba, kung meron kayong birthday celebration on Zoom, ayun, nagde-deliver ang Sexy Chef ng mga pang-party. And mga food, na healthy, of course. Pero, ano pa rin, festive, for food for celebrations pa rin. Kasi we have so much variety naman of party platters, I mean, we have everything from sushi bake to, as in, lahat na. We have IKEA-style meatballs, we have everything, lasagna, you name it, we have it. So, and of course, yung mga desserts namin, marami kami mga Pinoy comfort food. We even have ginatang bilo-bilo. We have all of it. Yes. We use all natural ingredients kasi hindi naman kailangan diet, di ba, para maging healthy. We have food for pretty much anybody who just wants to eat healthy food for the family. We have all of that. And I think that's the secret to surviving right now is that kailangan you're light on your feet. You should be ready to adapt kapag merong, hindi naman necessarily kailangan sumakay sa every trend. Pero now, nakita kasi namin yung need, di ba, for yun nga, to provide meals for meetings that are at home. So we deliver, di ba? Yes. We deliver those meals kasi safely, na namin yan eh. Imagine we've been doing it for 18 years. So, mastered na namin.
Delivery lang, no? Di ba? So, nauna pa pala kayo talaga even before. Kasi ang dami na ngayon, di ba? Nung pandemic, yan ang mga nabuhay.
Yun lang talaga, sobra ang competition ngayon. And of course, it took a while for restaurants and I feel for the restaurant industry, honestly, na nakita ko nga, nagsara ulit for a while yung indoor dining, di ba? Yes. It's not easy for restaurants and people in not of course not just the food industry, no, lahat naman, di ba? So we just kailangan lang talaga we're ready to adapt, and those people that are more open to changing things up, yun nga lang talagang matrabaho. Pero I guess that's all we can do naman, di ba? So
yes. Ayun. Ako, ito Miss Rachel, syempre medyo itawid natin sa medyo fun part kasi lahat talaga ng guest namin ay hindi pwedeng hindi dadaan dito. At ito ang namin Pep Challenge!
Okay.
Yan. At syempre bilang kayo ay kakarelease nyo ng bagong single at kayo nagbabalik sa music scene talaga. Dapat din, related sa music ang ating challenge. So ito ang tinatawag naming situation playlist. Yan. So, magbibigay lang ako ng 5 situations or moments. And then,
Okay.
kung ano lang yung song niyo for that, ano lang, bigyan niyo kami ng mga maikling sample lang. And kung bakit
Okay.
yun yung inyong napiling song for that certain situation. Game is
Alright.
Rachel.
Sige, 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 sige.
Okay. First question. First
Mm,
situation.
mm.
Traffic song. Ano ang traffic song ni Miss Rachel Alejandro?
Traffic song. You know what? Kasi I'm thinking always of like growing up, no? Being in traffic, going to school, di ba? Pag yung
Correct.
nakasakay ka, papunta ka sa school. And ang music talaga ng childhood ko is Air Supply. Okay? So, the first song that I think about all the time is that song nga, which was also the title of a musical that I did a few years ago, yung All Out of Love. I'm all out
Mhm.
of love. I'm so lost without you. Diba? Parang pag naisip mong nasa jeep ka o nasa taxi ka, yun eh.
Yes, correct. O konti naman
Yun.
po pa-lines ulit.
Sorry? Okay.
Konti pa, yes.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right. Believing for so long. Yan.
Yan. Okay. Itong next
Mm-mm.
situation. Kasi ito yata ang hobby ng mga karamihan, ano?
Ah.
Sa ano, di ba? So, song in the shower.
Song in the shower. You know what? Weirdly enough, ang naiisip ko, I don't know why, itong huling nagsha-shower kong kinakanta ko was, You're gonna hear me roar. Oh, 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 oh. Yun, I don't know why. Ang luma, pero biglang, yun lang, parang, it's a very, parang pag nagsha-shower ka, parang tapos gusto mong to feel fierce, di ba?
Correct.
Parang you're gonna hear me roar. And that gives me energy for the day.
Yes. Tsaka usually yung mga shower songs, di ba yung mga na-LSS ka, ganyan.
Oo. Siguro, I have a feeling baka narinig ko siya that day, tapos biglang na-stuck na siya.
Oo. Correct. Ito naman, kaswitan. Song for your husband.
Okay, wala kaming sweet kasi hindi yan, wala sa personality na kasi ni Carlos yung yung ganun, alam mo yun? But whenever I think about him and I think about how I would describe him during this time, especially since talagang he has been there for me, there were days that I was really so down especially in the past year, and so the only thing that I can say is that he's simply the best. He's simply the best. So it's that song. You're simply the best. Dun, dun, dun. You're better than all the rest. Dun, dun. You're better than anyone. Oh, di ba? May garalgal pa. Better than I've ever met. Oh, di ba? Tina Turner, di ba?
Yun.
Walang hindi romantic. Hindi romantic.
Okay na rin yun kasi yung message naman ng song, di ba?
You're simply the best. Ayan.
Okay, ito naman. So, ito galing to sa mga sa library ng iyong mga kanta, no? Well, maliban sa Takipsilim, ha? Para mamaya.
Okay.
Favorite song that you recorded?
Hi, the favorite song that I've recorded is a song called Much Longer, and it was originally written by my good friend Ding Dong Avanzado. In fact, sa sobrang nagustuhan ko yung kanta na yan, nung sinulat niya kasi yan, ayan yung, he had meant it for a friend. He was gonna give it to a boy group, actually, a singing group ng mga kaibigan niya. Pero, sinulot ko yung kanta. Sabi ko, hindi, sa akin mo na lang ibigay. So, that's why it ended up with me. So I don't know if you guys out there remember this song, but it was actually quite popular in the early 90s. And it goes, I know it's over, I know it's gone, can't work it out much longer, it's only getting harder. Yun yung umpisa ng
Yun.
kanta.
So, hindi pala, hindi pa alam na. Charing! Hindi, kasi
So,
iba
syempre,
naman din.
parang obvious naman kasi
Oo,
I wrote that, I co-wrote that with Ding Dong also. Pero, I guess one of the more, songs that I haven't sung in a long time, and maybe a lot of people may have, when I sing it, maybe maalala nyo bigla, ay, oo nga pala, ganun song, di ba? Kasi hindi ko siya masyadong kinakanta these days, yung much longer, but it's actually a beautiful song.
Correct.
Mm-mm.
Tsaka iba naman nga yung paalam. I mean, iba naman na yung beauty nun. Grabe kasi iconic na yun
Iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ito naman ang last. Song for your current state of mind.
Ayun. These days, because I always, especially since I've been giving a lot of these interviews lately about Takipsilim, and I keep saying the phrase, hold on. If we just hold on for one more day. I know that there is pain, but you hold on for one more day and you break free from the chain. Someday somebody's gonna make you want to turn around and say goodbye. Yan. So, 80s pa rin.
Pero very hopeful siya, uplifting.
Oh, beautiful. And that's a song that keeps playing in my head sometimes. Parang whenever, diba, parang you're already feeling it. You're at the end of your rope. And, parang it's just masyado nang mabigat, and I think a lot of people need to hear it right now.
So, ito na po, syempre, ito hindi ito part ng challenge, pero syempre kailangan nating marinig ng live from Miss Rachel Alejandro ang inyong bagong single, ang inyong comeback single na talagang iba ang hope din na maibibigay sa ating Pepster. So, here's Miss Rachel with a sample of Takipsilim.
All right. Sige, I'll sing the chorus for everybody. Minamasdan ko ang dilim, hinahanap ang sagot sa kulay ng takipsilim. Ako ngayon'y umiiyaw, puso'y sumapit, napunit sa iyong pagbitaw. Ayan.
Of course. And syempre, after nitong ating spotlight, mapapanood yung ang snippets or baka ang buong music video, syempre.
Yay!
Pero syempre,
thank you so much.
Invite natin ang Pepsters, Miss Rachel, to continue streaming or listening to your new song, di ba?
Yes, Pepsters, thank you so much for all of you guys out there that have already streamed Takipsilim. Pero para dun sa mga hindi pa naririnig yung kanta, we artists, need your support. Lalo na tayong mga Filipino artists need your support now more than ever. And right now, although hindi kayo makakapunta sa aming mga concerts, the best way that you can support us right now is to listen to our music, stream the music that we created especially for you. So it's available now on Spotify. Just type in Takipsilim, Rachel Alejandro. And if you go to Rebel Records Philippines YouTube channel, mahanap nyo dyan, just put in Takipsilim and you'll find the music video directed by, once again, Chuck Ronquillo and Aris Magallanes. It's a beautiful video that I hope you guys will enjoy.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Miss Rachel. And syempre ang inyong social media accounts for our Pepsters.
Yes. So abangan nyo na lang ang mga of course, everything that's coming out this year. Still a lot of exciting new stuff. And of course, beyond Takipsilim, I would love to create possibly several more new songs for all of you. So abangan nyo yan on Rachel Alejandro on Facebook, Rachel J. Alejandro on Instagram, Rachel Alejandro on Laika, and again, Rebel Records Philippines on YouTube. So yeah, so I hope you guys, I hope to see all of you. I may be planning another, maybe a live performance soon, possibly on Kumu. I would love to see everybody there.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Rachel, for being with us. Kung, yun nga, kung alam lang ng Pepsters, anong oras natin to sinushoot, lalo na dyan sa inyo, ano, Diyos ko. Pero grabe, maraming salamat pa din.
Thank you so much, Jimpy. It was so fun talking with you. And sa lahat ng mga Pepsters, maraming salamat.
Yan, and sa amin namang viewers, kung kayo ay nanonood ngayon, syempre huwag niyo na rin kaming kalimutang i-follow sa aming social media accounts na nandyan sa inyong screen. Pero ang pinakawag niyong kakalimutan ay mag-visit sa www.pep.ph for your daily dose of showbiz news and updates. Ayan. Thank you so much, Miss Rachel, and see you sa susunod. Sana po kayo ay makabalik kapag kayo ay may bagong mga pasabog, di ba?
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This has been PEP Spotlight, everyone. And see you sa ating mga susunod na ganap. Bye!